everybody. So we are here. We're going to do a quick country roads take me home. We're just north of Annville. I wanted to show you, I'm testing out for the first time the new camera. So I'm hoping maybe by next week we'll start having that operating. We'll probably still continue to use this particular camera for like country roads take me home, just because it's easier until I get like a GoPro or something of that nature, because I'm not really sure what would work best. So we're just going to go around some of these back roads here. Just we've been doing a video for Hometown Foundations, Annville, Pennsylvania. So I just got done with that. Now I'm going to be going out. We'll see where. I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. But let's go out this way actually first, because I think I'm going to stop and try out this new camera on this cemetery up here and just see how it works. Just finally got it going, got the SD card in it, and I'm anxious to figure it out. It's probably pretty simple. It's just a matter of getting acclimated to its operations, how it does things and all that good stuff. But anywho, we'll go around here between Annville and Palmyra, go on some of the back roads and show you some different stuff, and just do a quick country road take me home, talk about the history of the area, just sort of like we normally do. But this is Kauffman's United Methodist Church coming up here. I believe it was 1800 somewhere. And then the cemetery is right across the street. Sort of some cool history in there. But let me take a couple photographs, things like that, and go from there. So, anywho, we're gonna park, and then we're gonna go and see what we see. And then we'll start this up again as we go back to Palmyra. All right, so we just left the cemetery there from the United Methodist Church there, the Kauffman Memorial, or the Kauffman United Methodist Cemetery, and now we're heading back through here. We'll get on Shineman, I think it's Shineman Town Road. I'll have to look at what it is up here, but tested out the camera for the first time on a full video, if you will. It's not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, but so this thing, in colder weather, I'll be looking forward to not using this thing anymore because it just shuts down. So we're on Shineman Town Road. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I may be wrong, but try to go back up and get onto Syner Road here at some point and show you the old stone bridge, go by the Syner Mill, and then go over the new bridge that they replaced, one of the old stone bridges that went over the Quittapahilla on Syner Road, and it had gotten to the point where it was, I guess, starting to get dangerous, and they decided to tear it down, which is a shame because it was such an old bridge. I mean, I think it was from 1850, so it was like 170 years old. So how old the first one is that's still standing, I'm really not sure, but we'll go across that one. That one's still in good shape and still around. So we're gonna make a left here on Clear Spring Road. And this is the area where we talked about that the mills of the Quittapahilla and Annville. Oh, there's a picture, nobody's coming. There was a mill here, I think right in the general region of where the bridge is, but somewhere along here. But it was called the Clear Spring Mill. It was known as that, I believe. somewhere in this area, because we're about to go over the Quittapah Hill, and this is a much newer bridge, concrete bridge. We will be making a right on Syner Road coming up here. And then making a run along the Quittapah Hill. It's a neat area, a lot of history. They tore down, there was a old barn here from who knows how long back. They wound up tearing that down finally. I guess it was just falling apart, but it's a shame. Some of these old structures, they let them go to the elements, and eventually they just break down. And they're not around anymore, and that history is gone. There's a stone wall back there. There's probably a house there, I'm sure, because this is the quarry, Pennsy Supply. And we'll be coming up on that bridge here. You can get a nice little look at it. I took pictures of this before. This is just a beautiful, beautiful old double arch stone bridge. Not a whole lot of these left anymore. See the quitty back there. Buy yourself some mums and some gourds and whatnot. Some pumpkins. It's a pretty area. I had a lot of fun going out and filming today for the Hometown Foundations video for Annville. I've been wanting to do that for a little while, trying to gather my thoughts and what I'm going to say and do all that kind of good stuff. And you get to see a little bit of fall colors here as well, which is always nice. Quittapah Hill is down that way. Too, we're gonna wind out pulling off here at some point, because that guy left. Because people come out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden there's somebody on your backside, and oh well. It just has that look of fall, the feel of fall. It is a chilly day today. I think I said in the Hometown Foundations, they were saying, it's around like 44 degrees, 45 degrees, but it feels like it's in the high 30s. I'm like, yeah, I'm not even sure if it's that, because it's cold. It's very breezy today. But this is Palmyra Belgrove Road that we're going to be crossing. Sorry about the finger. That's one thing we won't have to worry about once I get the next step, whether it's a GoPro camera for doing the country roads take me home. Nice thing with those types of cameras too, they have the function that it sort of keeps everything settled, so it's not like with me, I'm sort of bouncing around with the vehicle, whereas those cameras, they have the function on them that they'll continue to be rock steady. So a number of different things, they'll look smoother, sound will be better. I'm looking forward to it. There's some moo-moos. I'm not going to make any kind of judgments on whether they're lady moo-moos or male moo-moos, and a bunch of them look like they're male moo-moos. They're Berts. Like, it's Bert, not Bertha. Stop saying what you think I am. Of course, it's all done in moo-ease. Moo, 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 moo. Just slightly agitated moo, more than anything. I used to love when I milked cows and communicate via moos, and they sort of all look at me a little strange. I had one, I used to call her the licker, because you'd always have that one cow that loved to lick everything. And it is not pleasant in any way. Not only is it like nothing but slobber, but, and this is, I'll stop that story for a second. This is the old Syner mill. It's a wooden mill, and it's very rare that structures like this still exist, because wooden structures usually get torn down a lot quicker than, say, the stone mills. That's probably the miller's house. It's across the street. What type of mill it was exactly, I don't know, but it's cool that that place exists. That was one of the first places that I photographed, actually, when I started the channel. So, good memories of that. But anyways, you always have that one cow that licks everything because their tongues are real rough. Plus, it's usually full of feed and slobber and snot and goodness knows what else. But not enjoyable. And she used to love, because I wore hats all the time. She used to love to like stick her tongue out and grab my hat and then throw it right into the slobber feed. Did not enjoy that, because then my hat was not wearable until it got washed. But that was her favorite activity. She was the licker. I think her name was Pam, because I came up with names for all of them. But Pamela liked to lick, liked to grab things with her tongue, and it was disgusting. But I survived. Still a little mortified and have some repressed memories there. I'll be turning left here on Bates Drive as soon as I can. There's Bates Drive here, and then it goes back to being Syner Road. Sort of weird, but that's how it goes. And this thing does not want to stay in, so I think our video is going to wind up being short. And this is the new bridge coming up here. This used to be, basically, it was a one-lane bridge, and this is probably as old, if not older, than that other stone bridge, but it no longer exists anymore. So there used to be a really nice old stone house out here, and they tore that down. But this is Syner Road. We'll come up on Beanoggles Lutheran Church then, and this guy's apparently just decided he wants to park in the middle of the street. And then we will be heading south to Palmyra. At some point there's a video out that direction, north, would be where the Valley Glen, I think it was an amusement park that was started in the 1880s. That's pretty cool. That was something I was made aware of by Lebtown. Really cool site. You know, he has the current events for the Lebanon area, but also does a lot of history stuff, and find a lot of information out from him. A lot like Marker Quest with Laura. The amount of research that they do is phenomenal, and it's a great way to, if you want to do a video on something and they happen to have done their blog on it, it's a great research tool. Many thanks goes to the individuals like Laura and the individuals that run Lebtown that do those sites and preserve history, because you know, so much of that gets lost in the general sense, but the information's still out there. It's just a matter of finding it. It's cool to read these articles that are so well researched by Laura and other folks that do the same thing, that you get to find out about the stuff, the different events and people and places that are around you. So we're gonna go left here. This is I think Sand Hill Road, I believe. This goes south to Palmyra. We'll be going by Beanoggles Lutheran Church, and we visited both the church cemetery and the upper park. Church cemetery yet, but it's in their park right there. And it's probably the cleanest cemetery I've ever been in, like the stone-wise. Somebody had to have gone in there and cleaned it up. But that is a beautiful, beautiful church. I want to get in a number of these churches at some point just to film the insides for you guys to to see that. But anyway, I think with that, we're going to end this. And thank you for coming along as the school bus is stopping here for the kiddos. And as always, we will see you all about town.